It is about time we finally take this versus that on the road.
That's right. We are in Australia, the land down under. You've been anticipating it, so we're giving it to you today.
It's been a long time coming, but we're right here. We finally found the perfect place. Cootamundra Airport, thanks to our good friend and Hoonigan down under, Mr. Andrew.
What's up, Andrew from Motive Video. It was my job to put together the best cars to represent Australia, and man, I have got some wild stuff.
We know what you're thinking. This guy probably just bought out a bunch of GDIs. But we've got such a wild mix-up. Drag cars, burnout cars, crazy contraptions, everything under the sun.
This is gonna be a wild ride, so get ready, let's go. Did you just need to hit him with a do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do? What was that, Gary? Welcome back to this versus that, a very special edition Down Under, brought to you by our friends at NOS Energy Drink.
That's right. We came halfway around the world to come down here to Australia because they have some of the wildest cars and some of the best matchups we've had on this versus that yet.
We got the best and the brightest of Australia here today. That's right. Didgeridoos, kangaroos, boomerangs, meat pies, all of that is here today. I ate damn near a third of Australia's country except a car because my bowels can't handle pushing into their toilets like on The Simpsons.
Look, Australia is very well known for some of the sickest cars on the planet, so we wanted to come down here and see what those things do.
We should go check out the cars because I think we're gonna get kicked out of here for a noise violation from Gary just now, so let's roll.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, up first, we have something that's a little near and dear to my heart. It's a completely ridiculous looking vehicle. It's a wagon, it's got a huge blower, but I'll let him explain that. Please introduce yourself to the people and tell us what you brought here.
My name is Hinchy, and this is my 2014 blown VF Commodore wagon, and it's a methanol drinking, mad looking beast.
Obviously, this is blatantly in your face, so walk us through the setup here. What is the motor?
So this is an Aussie-spec LS, more or less. This is, to some degree, a cut and copy kind of combo. It's an LY6 cast iron block from the States. I think you guys have them in truck motors.
Yep.
And then it's a blower shop, 671 blower, and then the fancy big thing that grabs your attention, the carbon fiber top fuel injector hat.
How much power does it make?
On the engine dyno, it made just under 1,000 horsepower, way more than what's necessary to blow the tires off. But everyone wants to crack that 4-digit number so they can say that they got a big wang.
Damn right.
Tuned it down a little bit to make it safer. Probably makes 800 at the tires-ish, 850 maybe. But yeah, the thing is, she's a monster.
Wet sump setup? No dry sump?
Yeah, wet sump setup. Engine builder wanted to go dry sump, but more or less that's where the budget kind of ticked out.
And how much fuel do you typically go through in a given run?
We've got a 100-litre cell up the back and then 10 litres up the front. I think 100 litres is roughly 25 gallons. We like to half fill that just because I don't enjoy sitting back there with 100 litres of methanol, because if something goes wrong, I don't want to be near that. We'll pretty much come back after a 1-minute skid, or if we make 1 minute, and that'll be bone dry.
All right, well, look, let's get into your wheel and tire and suspension setup, because I think that's pretty important for this. What do we got up front here?
An Aussie-spec 22-inch billet. They're very similar in the truck scene in the States, but also in Australian burnout culture, billets are like the... Everyone froths them and loves them.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to the back though, because this is where it gets different.
It's very different from me as well. I'm not used to this.
So typically I see these with like much smaller tires, kind of tucked in. This is not your typical setup. So what is this?
I didn't have anything to run other than Steelies with like a 245 or a 255 like burnout like spec wheel. And I was like, that's gonna be a little embarrassing to kind of show up on. So I jumped on Marketplace, borrowed the welds off a mate, and these are a lot bigger than I was expecting, but luckily the fitment is awesome and they look sick.
Yeah, it tucks real well. It's nice. I'm excited to see this in action. So what's your suspension setup in the rear?
McDonnell Brothers 4-link kit, and then just like your standard Viking coilovers.
Okay, are you running Viking coilovers up front too?
No, they're Shockworks coilovers. That's an Australian company. They're the bee's knees. They're great.
Let's jump inside though. I want to see the interior.
Yes, yeah.
Interior looks basically stock.
Yeah. I mean, like with Burnout cars, everything's for looks. The whole point of Burnouts is it's got to look cool. So we kind of try to build cool looking cars in and out. Now mine is on the lower end scale of what most of the cars are in Australia. Some are absolute like SEMA quality.
Yeah.
And then they do Burnouts in them.
You got the ratchet shifter, so
Yep.
what is that, Turbo 400?
Yeah, Turbo 400.
Okay, and then it looks like you run a electric power steering. I take it that's because of the blower? And
Yes.
just not having belts?
Yeah,
that fly
less
everywhere?
belts, less like thing going everywhere. Yeah, less things to fail, the better.
And then what is the knob in the middle?
This bad boy, this is our mechanical fuel shutoff. So because mechanical fuel, if the engine is turning, it is sucking fuel. Especially to turn the car off, we actually have to lean the car out because of how much methanol it consumes and dumps into the engine. We have to make sure that when we shut it off, there's no fuel in it. Otherwise you run a very high risk of hydroing the motor next time you go to turn it over.
Well, hydro, you mean hydro lock?
Yeah, you'll hydro lock it because it consumes so much methanol. If you're filling the bore at that compression, even the starter motor will just bend a rod.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, look, obviously this thing is pretty ridiculous. I think we should go over and check out the competitor and see what other kind of ridiculous stuff we've brought.
Are you guys ready for a partnership that you never saw coming? Hoonigan and Kubota, a tractor company. Truth is, we've been working with Kubota for a couple years on Ken Block's race team. And as we build out the event series, Gymkhana Grid, we needed a technical partner to help us facilitate doing all of that. We've got massive obstacles to move around. So we reached out to Kubota and we said, this is what we're doing. They came in to support. Now we know that we are at Farmers, and they're most notably known for the orange color and agricultural equipment, but
they also have a lot of rad stuff, kind of like these RTVs that we've been using to shuttle ourselves around on this versus that. Now, what's better than a partner that doesn't want you to have to walk miles every day when you're on set? Kubota. So whether you own a huge farming operation, a construction company, even a small plot of land, or you want to use Kubotas like this, Kubota helps you get the job done. You check out more of their stuff at the link below in the description or go to KubotaUSA.com.
Woo, stop being a bitch. All right. Australia, Cootamundra Special. I am Gary King Jr. and this is
Matty Hill.
Mr. Hill.
Nice to meet you,
Nice
brother.
to meet you. No relationship to Hank Hill?
I'm about to bust.
No, not at all.
I know what this is, but for the people who are watching this, what is this?
So it's a 2001 S15, pretty run-of-the-mill, obviously. It's got a 2JZ in it.
Hold on, what?
What?
Come again?
That's pretty like, yeah, run-of-the-mill. Back home, yeah, everything's 2J now.
Everything's 2J, run-of-the-mill. NASCAR gearbox, quick change rear end, making 800 horsepower. You're honest?
Oh, sure. Diego, they're letting me touch shit in Australia already. Wow, the fiberglass?
Yeah.
What kind of hood?
Origin.
Ooh.
Type 1.
Ooh, this is probably the cleanest bay I've seen in a long time. You explain what you got.
Look, I try to make the car look as good as possible and presentable. So it's got the 2J, as I mentioned in it. It's got a Borg-Warner 9180, so that's a 800 to 1,000 horsepower turbo on it. It's got a Elwood Parts intake manifold on it, and the motor is built only because the short block that we had for the car had rust around the rings to the bore because there was water in it. Otherwise, I would probably keep it standard because I have run many of these 2Js up to around 800 horsepower standard, and they last. We have got a Plasma Man intake for it, and we're going drive-by-wire. Currently, we have the standard throttle setup on it with a Elwood Parts intake manifold.
Oh, nice. And then just one wastegate, I see.
Single turbo smart 50mm wastegate on it. We've also got a Haltech powering the motor as well.
Oh, Elite 2500?
Nexus.
Oh,
the new one.
For the people that don't know, like it's like Elite. It's like platinum plug-in, 15, 2000, 25, and then when you get fancy, you want to take out a dinner, you get the Nexus system.
Steers really well, drives really well, and this is a good package.
Oh, nice, nice. Let's go around to these wheels and tires. I want to see what you're working with down here. Now, this is probably the favorite part of my car are these calipers that come on every upgraded Nissan. Now, the Z32 calipers, right?
They're only R33 GTST calipers.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Which I think are similar.
Yeah, so similar, just depends on the rotor size.
I think, yeah,
that's
and different pads, but yeah, very similar. And I'm running a DBA two-piece rotor on there with an adapter so we can actually fit that caliper on there. It's GK Tech, which you guys would obviously have in America.
Yeah, we have that.
Really good kit. We haven't got a pedal box in the car just yet. We're only running a single master cylinder, so the brakes are pretty soft. We do want to upgrade that.
Then wheels and tires?
So we're running a Raise Victrix wheel. So this is an early 2000 Japanese wheel that I found in Japan during COVID when I was over there.
Oh, nice.
Had them rebuilt, installed them on the car. We've got 2 or 3 inches addition to the front, and we've got 7 in the rear. Pretty aggressive for a comp car, and sometimes I do have to remove the wheels and put lighter wheels on there because when I'm running low pressure, the tire will come off.
Is that a 40 wall?
40 wall, 235 width. Obviously, they're 18s as well, yeah.
And
in the rear, we've got 11.
Oh, what?
Probably a little bit too aggressive.
But considering this is a pro comp car, the styling of your car is good. Most people consider most comp cars monster truck, but I'm a big fan of the tire to fender look, even in the back, and it makes it look like you would never know there's Wisefab on here.
Man, if I could get it lower, I would. I love having a low car. I've had multiple comp cars in my time, and I tried to really style this well and make it look really good.
Oh, nice, nice. Let's look in the inside of this bad boy. I thought this was just a common trope that we drive on the wrong side of the road, but it appears that in Australia, you guys drive on the proper side of the road, and everything here is right-hand drive. And do you want to explain your setup that you have here?
We've got the Haltech IC7 display dash, the keypad, obviously that powers that is powered by the Nexus ECU. Here we've got a 4-speed Jericho NASCAR gearbox, a Sicky handbrake, and that's pretty much it. Obviously, we've got the Velo Sport bucket seats. Not too much else to really mention in the interior.
Nice, and you got, I see this used to be a suede steering wheel, huh?
So I bought this shell, $5,000 Australian.
Okay.
Rolling with some Driftworks knuckles and things in it. And this steering wheel came with the car, and I've never changed it. So this has been in the car for 8 years now.
Damn, that's a long time.
Long time.
Let's get you out this car and just check out the rear and then get you out there on the track.
Let's go.
Rear mount radiator?
Yeah, first S15 that I've had a rear mount radiator in. Just obviously for weight reduction in the front and for cooling.
Fuel cell, and what fuel are you running?
So we're running an ATL fuel cell, very similar to Radium fuel cells. They're all very similar. We're running E85 in that as well, which is a pretty common practice for a lot of the drift cars or even burnout cars or anything here in Australia. Very easy to get, it's off the pump.
Okay.
Only around $2.16 a litre as well, pretty cheap.
What's a litre in gallons?
Isn't that like 4.2 conversion or 3.8? I don't know. Who cares?
Not me.
What made you want to be a competitive drifter?
I started competing early 2013, and then I moved my way up and progressively got better. Started winning comps, and I thought, well, let's give it a shot and see how it goes. It really took off. I got a major sponsorship in 2016, went overseas, and I didn't look back.
Okay.
And COVID hit, and things changed for everyone worldwide, and I stayed in Australia, and I've been here ever since, just having a really good time. Try to obviously work towards going back overseas.
Last thing I just need you to do, could you remove this so they can see what's under here? Please, please. Oh, it's pretty light. Okay, there we go.
It is standard though.
There we go. You have, I must say, one of the neatest cars I've seen in a long time.
Thank you.
A lot of people, I know this to anybody in where we come from, they just put something together.
I wanted the car to be reliable, and it's working really well so far.
Well, shoot, you've shown us your car, you've told us your story. Let's go.
Let's go.
Predictions.
I mean, I'm gonna go with the one with the 6-foot-tall engine.
Here's the thing. I doubt either of them are going to get traction. Gotta go with Hinchy though, only because of blower aesthetics alone.
Normally I'd have a full in-depth technical analysis of why I have a prediction the way it is, but this time I gotta go for Hinchy. He's my boy, he works for me, it's all about loyalty.
Listen, Diego, don't care if you're in the US, the UK, or Australia, Nissan's a Nissan, Jay-Z's a Jay-Z, and I ain't gonna bet on that. I'm betting on the Japanese fighting machine.
CRIKEY. That's a good race.
My nuts are tingling.
I know, right?
Getting all swollen.
Oh man,
What?
Hinchy got out of it to let it settle, and I don't know. What do you think?
I thought that was the dumbest race in history, but I loved it because of that exact reason.
Ah, okay.
Message.
Hinchy, I saw you.
I want to warm up skid now.
Yeah.
I made the hook, so I want to warm up skid now.
Absolutely.
I
So
waited for you to do that, and you were like,
No. I thought it'd be fine. So I just ran it as it was.
Spinning the whole time?
Until I backed off and then got back in it. But I feel like if I just do a warm up skid, get those sticky boys nice and sticky, I reckon that'll be an even closer race.
So I think we do warm up, burnout.
Yep.
He gets the hit, so you go when he leaves.
So you have to let him
Yeah,
take
so you
off.
just watch me. Yeah.
And how much methanol do you have though? Because you're running low on fuel.
I mean, there should be like half a tank in it. I mean, less talk and more racing.
All right. So
What it do, baby?
what was that? What the f was that, Gary?
So we went pretty much the exact opposite way, and now Hinchy got him by 6 cars. So I think we just go proper heads up again.
Yeah, we
Aussie
should.
style.
Proper heads up.
Proper heads up with a good
Because
flag.
I think Hinchy, so, all right, so here's the thing. Hinchy built a burnout car. He's never drag raced it before. So he's just figuring this out. So first time, he just did a huge burnout and didn't really get the power down. This time, I think he's getting a little bit better. So I think we go heads up 1,000 foot again. Should be like a reasonably
That's it.
close race.
I think so, yeah.
Yep. Hey, get back in. We're hot lapping it. Heads up, let's go. Heads up, let's go.
hurry the f up.
That looks like it might have been a good race.
I did it, coach.
Nice work, nice work, nice work. What do we got, Diego?
Whoa!
That's a good race. Is that an Australian car or American car?
Okay, so it's the metric
Little bit
system.
less.
much, right?
Yeah. I kind of want to do another one. A bug landed in his mouth.
He didn't move.
Australia's.
Oh, nice work.
Bro, that
This
was
thing
sick.
scoots, man.
That was sick.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I love
Hell
it.
yeah.
This thing scoots.
I almost had you, bro.
You almost had me.
What happened? I heard you get out of it.
I did. I looked in the mirror and rookie mistake. I was like, I've got him.
Yo,
Why? What?
I think we got to run it back because he's been getting better at drag racing every single one.
Yeah.
Bonus race, 1,000 foot heads up again. You got enough gas for it?
Let's go.
Oh, he wants to run it back.
My body is ready.
interesting race.
Listen, when pride's on the line, where you're going doesn't matter when you win.
Gary, I love that you do your flag timing different every time.
Hinchy by a car.
Yeah.
Boy, Hinchy, yeah.
This is a good race.
We might need another. Nah. My man.
Close.
That was very close.
So close.
Technically, you won. This is good. This is
good. Technically, it was you won, but now it's 2 all, you know, the bonus race. So technically, you can do victory donuts.
Yep.
I would like to see it.
All right, not only are these Kubotas great for getting around, but they also offer a perfect obstacle for victory donuts.
Hell yeah.
You ready, boss?
Love it. That's what it's all about.
You really want that goddamn burnout car doing a munchie?
All right, that was the aggression we needed.